let's get back to it. Last night I was sitting there and they had this TV show. It's called The Northman in 2022, right? As a kid, pretending to hack the head off of a man and people holding a hat or something or some kind of thing underneath his neck where the blood's pouring out and they're getting the blood and the kid's covered in blood, right? And this Northman guy's covered in blood and Nicole Kidman's on it. Yeah. Okay. Now Hollywood, okay. Ever since we started producing movies, cinema for entertainment and shit, we've never, reenacted our dysfunction so extensively and so excessively. We had plays and stuff like with Shakespeare and stuff like that, but we've reenacted it to the point where it to be graphically detailed and to get people to understand it. And it's just perpetuating the abuse. It's continuing the abuse. It's putting those thoughts of these disgusting things that used to happen. When I was a kid, I used to watch them and say, wow, I'm glad we don't do that anymore. It's like, well, they still do. I just don't live in Rwanda but I live next to Juarez. It's bad enough, where they leave the bodies hanging from the bridges and stuff because of the business that runs the genocidal operations across the border. So I live close enough to it. I was raised right, when it comes to, you got those people, I'm from New York. It's like, I was raised 45 miles from Juarez. My parents tried to keep me safe. It's, well, what are you talking about? New York's real tough. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it's real tough. Being stupid and killing people over money, you consider that tough? You don't think it's tough to survive? People that would kill people over money have the capacity to kill them more effectively and efficiently than they can kill you and not do it because you want them to live the Lord's Prayer. What's tough to you, asshole? Okay, you're so fucking disgusting, right? I love Job. I love Job too. You guys ever read the book of Job in the Bible? I completely adore Job. And there's like, it's like you say you can't love yourself. I'm not Job, I'm Earl. Used to get a woman in my head, talk to her about Ruth and all that. That's my auntie. It's like, okay, it's not you, it's your auntie. Okay. Yeah, but you're nothing like her. We're all related in a certain way, but you're nothing like her. I'm like Job. But you're nothing like Esther, right? And so you're like, nothing like her at all. No, Esther believed in the Lord and had faith in God and took that asshole in Saudi, and told him, no, we ain't gonna have sex unless okay. And he had to tell everybody, and he had to say it truthfully in front of everybody, right? I believe in the God of Abraham and Moses, and I believe we should worship this way, and we shouldn't kill these people or mass murdering these people. Everybody's, okay, the woman runs a kingdom. Naturally, he's not the boss that her mom is, right? It only happened for one generation. After that, all the rest of those, raping, pig fucking, sorry ass mother, we ain't gonna let that happen again. Yeah, we did the same thing in Egypt, because all the people, you let the Hebrew the Hebrew, we flourished the whole time, and then we went right back to our destroying the planet and building big monuments to our egotistical insanity. We're right back to it, right? Tut's auntie who killed him and then buried him in someone else's grave. Wow, what a swell lady, right? And so it's pretty gross. Yeah, there's a lot of gross people in the world, and they do really fucked up shit. But, it's child abuse to take kids and put them in movies and splash them with blood and that they're eating people and that they're cannibals and they're doing all these things, even if it's like an ancient historical document. No, we could just read about it and then just think, wow, I don't even want to see that. I don't want to think it. We being the JJ at the Gigi at the store, we were talking about horrible thoughts about them raping babies and stuff. And I go, just us having that thought, we had to feel that, we had to see that. And to commit the sin in the mind is the same to commit it in the flesh. So we need, faith in the glory of grace. We need the protection of the Messiah to keep us away from being one of those Norsemen, from being one of those Vikings, from being one of those Roman centurions that walk off a cliff so Caesar could prove a point, right? We need me. The world needs, Dal G, world needs Jesus, And I'm like, yeah, I know. And it says, in the first heaven, my beloved Michael Youssef, the first heaven, that Jesus isn't there, it's someone else. It's someone they call Lord, born of Ralph and Mary, born in the valley of the shadow of death, where they threaten to blow us up all with nuclear weapons if they can't hijack Jesus as the head of their bomb and gun club. And now they're satellites and Big Brother club, right? They're assholes. Yeah, they are. And don't sit there and think the United States is, the Chinese and the Japanese are just as bad at doing this to their people. The Chinese were a victim and got the bombs dropped on them. And then, oh yeah, and made Godzilla movies, and you should feel sorry for them. Hirohito was such a horrible fucking person. Hitler didn't have nothing on Hirohito, guys. Okay? No. Okay. When he sent people to die, they died. They didn't ask questions. Okay? You'll dishonor your family, and your whole family will be, you're not the type of person who'll take one for the team so we can keep the team going. Okay? Hirohito was a disgusting human being. Okay? He was horrible. Okay? Suzuki is nothing like Ken Watanabe's character on The Last Samurai or Toranaga's character on, because foreigners, if they did meet them, they lived with them and they died and they didn't leave any record because they weren't doing things for the historical record group. Imagine that. People going off and hanging out with the indigenous people and not ever seeing the historical record group again. There are people better than Jim Bridgers. Jeremiah Johnson, he didn't exist. Oh, yeah, it's a movie character. But he just tried to get away from them all. Right. Like Fremont Freedom, or Freedom Fremont and Grizzly Adams and shit. We just keep walking, right? Some people just want to get away from it all and stay away from it all, not because they're extreme wackadoodles like Ted Kaczynski and the Warren Jeffs people and stuff. It's just they just love life and love people. I would live with modern conveniences if modern people, were convenient to live around because they were faithful, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy ass fuckers. One thing we got to understand and notice in this valley, we need to stop global warming now. We can't wait another 50 years and stuff like that. That's just cocaine addicts saying, we can wait, we can do this. And then they built, this is genocide operations, okay? They know that dam needs to come down, that it's an ecological disaster, okay? They're just not doing it because they have more people. They're cleaning up all the right types. All the ones, they're the Wickersham brothers. They know our type. They'll be, no, we're talking to who are not. And when they put up those big, colossal, I thought when they were going to put up those whirlybirds, that kills all the birds that old Trump talks about. I thought they were going to put up just small ones, smaller than the ones outside the football stadium in Denton, on people's houses and attach them to people's houses like they're doing the you get free solar panels in the state of New Mexico if you do this, and you get some tax rebate and all this stuff. Okay, and you only get free solar panels. Probably you only get free solar panels if your house is already paid for. If you're a responsible citizen like Kamala Harris voters. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, that's how you go to a government auction if you're part of the government team and you get the drug dealer's house and car and all that stuff at a government auction for $5,000 and it's $1 million house, right? Then you flip it, make all the money, and then you go live wherever you want to live if you don't want to stay here in Las Cruces. That's pretty devious. Yeah, welcome. I was 8 years old running with a dime in my hand, right? Okay, do you understand? It's my hometown. All these people in New York. I'm from New York. I'm from Las Cruces, New Mexico. And they're like, well, you live 45 miles. The people that run and invent the industries in Juarez for genocide. Okay, live in and that the headquarters of it, White Sands Missile Range, and then NASA puts up all their satellites to tell us what to do and have virtual presence in our house to mindfuck us to get us to feel hopeless. So we all want to die. So we all become their offspring instead of my offspring. I have one biological for sure that I know of. Amy, I had a testicular injury from Patrick's mother from PTSD from abuse from the Pentagon. And then Amy, we know, got pregnant a lot of times during her marriage. I had decent, no, it wasn't even really decent because it was under duress economically in places we could say. I had sex with Stephanie for about 2 months before she got pregnant. And that was it. She gave me sex like once every 6 months to get back, well, no, that's every 3 years, to get back at her lesbian girlfriends that screwed around on her, whether I needed it or not, and it was miserable. Okay. And Amy gave me sex to have her move in and me take care of Natalie while she went to bars and screwed around on me all the time and undermined my jobs because she wanted to be in control of finances. And then she only gave me sex. She'd go get pregnant, and then she would give me sex in between certain times to keep me in line. Good dog. Okay. And then, and then when she, as soon as she thought, well, I need to trade up and get better than this loser because he won't do what it takes, like Law said, to be, step on everybody's neck, to be the biggest, dickest and the best, smartest and the manipulating, controlling asshole of the town with economics, which I will not do. Well, because when we went to Sierra Vista, I told her I'm the guy who stops it. Well, with perfect prayer and perfect deed, perfect man, like Job. It's my Job, right? So I'm on it. Yeah, and those big wind turbine things that they do here, it pushes up the atmosphere and the clouds and just tells them go right over. It's like, and we didn't already have that with the water that is too hot that shouldn't be there. Oh, wow, you guys, they don't care. This is a genocidal killing field. This is a desert wasteland. They have more prime real estate. Yeah, French Riviera. They go to Venice, Italy and stuff like that. This is just a genocidal killing field. Persons can die here. Yeah, all the rich people I try to reach, they want me dead slowly and have everybody watch it so they can get off on it because they're sick. This is Carl in the Cell's wet nightmare. Okay. Yeah, I know. I've known that for a while. Yeah. It's just I was hoping they would change. It doesn't seem like they're going to. I agree. Peace, man.